Christina, can we do a sound check? Can you hear me okay?
I figure if I need to go, you're gonna call me.
Yeah.
I unmuted you.
Going. One time I ever missed it is, with the last minute, there's no time to, anybody switched over,
They got a new executive director.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Christina, can we do a sound check with you?
You weren't here that day.
Yes, you can.
You can hear everything okay?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Recording in progress.
MCAG Board of June 18 has come to order. Would somebody like to leave us an invocation?
Our dear and gracious and holy Father in heaven, we humbly bow our heads and give you thanks for this beautiful day. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you for the opportunity to gather today and go over all these different decisions. Thank you for our leaders. I ask that you would give them wisdom and guidance to do what's right for our community. Thank you for this beautiful country, Lord, that we live in. And just thank you for this day and this cooler weather that we're having. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Mr. Porter, would you like to lead us in Pledge of Allegiance? Ready? Again. May I have a roll call, please?
Director Kale?
Here.
Director Porter?
Present.
Director Nagy?
Here.
Director Amabil?
Here.
Director Serrato?
Present.
Chair Samra?
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Do I need to have a motion? Does anybody want to make any changes to the agenda, or can I get a motion for approval?
I'll move to approve as submitted.
Second.
And I have a first and a second. All in favor, say by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Item number 3, this is a public comment. Does anybody wish to make a public comment at this time? Seeing nobody come forward, we'll move on to reports and presentations. And for Caltrans with their quarterly project update, and a wag of a finger from a couple of us.
Dayak. I'm the Transportation Planning Office Chief for Caltrans in District 10. I'm going to provide a few updates for the Planning Office and then hand it over to our Project Management Division with Project Management updates. There's currently an announcement. The League of American Bicyclists has an application deadline to apply for. There are 3 different grant options available. One is for bicycle-friendly universities. Then the second option is bicycle-friendly businesses or bicycle-friendly communities. All 3 come with different deadlines, and I can provide a website if someone is interested. Speaking of bicycle-friendly neighborhoods and areas, Caltrans has a bicycle and pedestrian advisory committee. We meet on a quarterly basis, and we're looking for participation from Merced County. We already have 1 representative, but we usually like to have 2 per county. So if there's any interest, feel free to pass on the word and have them reach out to us. And then I believe there was a question last time on an encroachment permit on State Route 59 and Snelling Road for George Reed, the contractor. I have an update on that. So the application was screened and reviewed, and encroachment permits did send a letter with comments back to the applicant. Pending on the applicant's response, we will go ahead and review that again. So the timeline on that processing timeline is dependent how quickly we get comments back. And then I have a traffic advisory update. There's a pavement rehabilitation project on State Route 33 from Santa Nella to the city of Gastine. The project is going to repair and replace deteriorated pavement, and the work already started on Monday, July 6th. Crews are working night shifts from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. for approximately 30 working days. And that concludes my update. If anyone has any question, I'll be happy to answer those.
Anybody question for Caltrans?
Real quick. You said there's a further update later from other folks too? Oh.
Yes, on project-related projects.
Oh, I'll say, and I just want to thank you guys for the work getting the off-ramp from Highway 99. That got done yesterday on 16th Street, which that was a really good upgrade. And so Go ahead.
And this is where I was going to wag my finger. Yesterday's ramp, they did a nice job. I drove through it this morning. However, there was no information to the public that it's going to be closed.
Okay.
I don't remember, and I think there was one in Livingston, Wind Parkway. This morning, there was no indication of yet previous day that it was going to be closed, so people couldn't plan it.
Yeah. Can you repeat the location again, please?
One was the 16th Street right here in Merced. One was Wind Parkway in Livingston.
Okay. I make sure I let our public information officer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It happens, but it's,
Yeah.
people weren't aware of it.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
With that, I'll pass it on to Charlie Doe, our program project manager.
Okay, ask you real quick, just about the bike universities. Is that just for on campus, or is it surrounding the campuses as well, if you know?
That's a good question. It says bicycle friendly university. We can look into it and see. I can pass that on the website and see if it's surrounding areas as well or just on campus.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Good afternoon. Let's see. My name is Charlie Dahl. I'm the Caltrans Project Management Office Chief. I'm here to present projects in Merced County. I want to say there are 20 plus projects. In my presentation, I'm going to highlight around 18 that is, of local interest of or significant impact to the local community. The other project is more in terms of more on the state highway system. Is it like guardrail and ITS element? So I'll skip on those. And then I'll present the rest of these projects through this presentation. Okay. So first, they are. I divided up into 3 different categories. The first one is what we call pre-PID or PID project. These are projects that we're working on to get it ready to be programmed. And then the next set of project is in project development, what we call environmental and right-of-way and doing the design work. And then the final set is for construction. So for the first set, we have 3 projects. 2 of those are somewhat related. Is the Merced 99 Managed Lane projects. The first one is, this one is through Merced. So basically we are looking at widening 99 from 4 lane to 6 lanes. You can see on the schedule here, I want to say these are more of a tentative schedule. Again, we are developing the PIT currently. We're looking to program these projects in 2028. It will show kind of a schedule of about 3 years for environmental clearance, 3 years for doing design and right-of-way, and then ultimately construction is about 2 years to complete. So that's kind of the time frame. The start and finish date is depending on when these projects get programmed, and also kind of the funding, the funding aspect of it as well. The next one is, again, this is related to the previous one. This is the widening project, 4 lane to 6 lane, and this is through Atwater. This one also include the component of Applegate interchange. Same thing with the schedule. This is assuming that these projects will get programmed in 2028. Next, we have a project on State Route 165 at Vineyard. This is the roundabout project. This is a local project. We are going through what we call a DEER process, meaning it's kind of when we do everything in terms of environment clearance and design. And then we as Caltrans do the oversight and have it ready for construction. This is the tentative schedule that we have. We're going to try to get environmental completion by summer of this year, and then about a year to do the design work, and then ultimately construction in fall of 2027. The total construction capital on this project, I want to say, is roughly $4 million. I don't have the exact figure yet, but that's kind of a rough number of how much this roundabout is going to be. Here's the next what you call projects, set of projects. I kind of divided into 2 different categories. The first 7 is that we're currently in, environment clearance and design. And then the remaining 5 projects is these have already been completed, and it's it's being ready for it is ready for construction. We're waiting on fund allocation this August to get all these projects out into construction. So there are 5 of them. First one is a payment anchor project on Interstate 5. This is spanning the entire Merced County from county line to county line. Current schedule is we're going to complete the environmental process by this winter, and then design completion in winter of 2028 and have it ready for construction in summer of 2029. This project is about $95 million in terms of construction capital. Most of it is going to be in terms of rehabbing the pavement, but we also have some drainage, ITS element, safety devices along the corridor that we need to upgrade or improve. Just some picture of the culverts in the area that are in bad condition or in degrading condition. So we are gonna either replace them or improve them. Whether to replace or to improve it. Next project. This is a Merced 165 payment anchor project. This is going through, I guess, the town of Los Banos, or the city of Los Banos. So this project starting at Middle Road, and it's going to go all the way into Santa Fe Gray Road. The purpose of this project, basically, we are upgrading or rehabbing the pavement, but including with that, we are adding bike lanes, complete street elements such as ADA curb ramps, sidewalks. Right now, we just finished the environmental process, so we're going to start doing the design this fall, and then have it ready for construction by fall of 2029. Total project cost is around $28 million. This is just an example of kind of the layout that we have currently. As you can see, the green kind of line along the pavement, that's going to be the bike lane. And then as you get to the intersection, we will have ADA curb ramps and also crosswalk. Next, we have the Hilmar Complete Street project. This is to improve or adding sidewalk. Also, we addressing some of the flooding issue through drainage system as well as a basin. This project, we completed the environmental process this month, and then we're gonna start doing the design. And then same thing, design is gonna take about 2 years to complete. And then we will have construction. It will be construction ready by summer of 2029. This project capital cost is around a little bit over $22 million. Again, just highlight. Sorry. Is that a? Okay. Same thing, just showing an example of our layout in terms of having the bike lanes, the crosswalk, the ADA curb ramps, and also the driveway that's need to be improved to tie into the new sidewalk on 2 example intersections. But this is going to be throughout the entire project limit. Next, we have State Route 152 and Volta Road. Intersection control improvement. This is going to be a roundabout. Right now, we do have a very aggressive schedule. We're looking at doing the design starting now and completing it next summer. So it's about 1 year to do the design and also right away. And then it will be ready for construction in spring of 2028. Total project cost or construction capital cost is around $18 million. Just giving an example of, so this is a 152, it's divided. So we are gonna have a detour, kind of highlighted or shaded. It's a local detour. Basically, we're just gonna redirect the traffic, create a new intersection right south just of the current intersection. And then we would construct the roundabout as a single stage and then kind of put the traffic back to its original configuration. And kind of show an example of we do have some utility and also some roadside ditches that we need to upgrade along this this location. Next is another intersection control improvement project. This is at Wilmont Road. This project, we're gonna be looking at completing the design portion of it in spring of 2028, and have it ready for construction in summer of 2028. This project is a little bit smaller, just a single lane roundabout. Is gonna be around $6 million for the construction costs. Just kind of giving an example of a preliminary layout. It is just going to be a single lane, typical roundabout for the location. Next, I want to highlight the BF6 Dam. This one is in Merced County. This is just kind of with the big project at this location. What our involvement or Caltrans' involvement with this project is that SR 152 need to be raised by about 10 feet or so. And so we are going through the process of oversighting this. We're targeting design completion in 2028. This project is fully by the Delta Mendota Water Canal, so they are the sponsor of this project. In saying that, I want to highlight, there are current construction activity at the location. So this project, I kind of break it down into two component or two project. So the first one that is currently in construction is a safety of dam project. This one doesn't have any impact to the state highway. This is on, just within their own, their own right of way. And also this project is just going to be in ongoing construction into 2032. So the project that I'm referring to, the BF6 dam, is kind of piggyback on that project, improve on it, increasing the water capacity, and that's the project that is going to be in design with Caltrans involvement to raise SR 152. As you can see, I don't know, is there a laser pointer? So SR 152 is right here. So it's a very small portion of the state route. The rest of these is improvement to the water or to the reservoir and to the dam. So realistically, the involvement of SR 152 is strictly just this small portion up here. This is the exact location, as you can see. So this basically, we're gonna raise this by 10 feet and then tie it back to whatever the profile is, having those tie-back point. It will be still the same 4 lanes. Also, in terms of traffic, we will maintain traffic with 2 lanes in each direction. There is a median wide enough to have we can divert traffic into the median and so forth. So there won't be any detour for this project. Everything will be state construction, and we are going to maintain 2 lanes in opposite direction. We understand this is a very heavily used route for a Bay Area commuter. Next, we have the Merced 59 4-lane pavement anchor widening project. This is a locally sponsored project, the city of Merced. This project is to widen the existing 59 from 16th Street up until past Black Rascal Creek Bridge as well. The bridge will be replaced. Currently, it is 2 section, and it's going to be replaced with 1 longer section bridge. This project is around $18 million. We're looking at completing the design and right away of spring of next year, 2027, and then starting construction summer of that same year. Next, we have the Merced 49, State Route 49, State Route 165 mobility improvement project. This is a roundabout between State Route 140 and 165. This project, we completed the design portion. We're waiting for fund allocation in this August, and then it will be ready for, or it will be going to construction this winter, and then it's have around 2 years of construction. With the project location, we know the detouring is going to be a challenge. So we are doing stage construction. Everything will be localized. So there is no detour. It just, we're going to construct the roundabout in stages so that we won't be utilizing any sort of detour on the project. Construction capital on this project is around $10 million. So this kind of showing the layout of the roundabout. So this will be 2 lane on 165 and then 1 lane on 140. There is a food stall at this location. We are, modifying the driveway to give them access, so to kind of have access to that fruit stand. We'll also have sidewalk and also crosswalk in this area, and then as we get further out, it will be bicyclists will utilize the shoulder as they approach the roundabout. They will utilize the lane as kind of like as a vehicle, and then once they exit the roundabout, it will be back on the shoulder. Next, we have the Los Banos pavement anchor project. This is going through Los Banos. So right now we're targeting to have the design completion by spring of 2027. Currently, we do have some right-of-way. We still have, I think, 6 parcel that we either need to have TCE or have 6 parcel either in TCE or in fee take, so that we can complete our right-of-way process. We are having another meeting in the city. We're tentatively scheduled for July 28th to meet with these property owner to kind of discuss where we are at with the project, and also trying to come to a negotiation and complete the right-of-way agreement so that we can finalize our right-of-way cert to get the project ready for construction. Total project cost on this is around a little bit less than $35 million for this. And then if, once that kind of gets settled and then we finish our design in spring, we're going to start construction in fall of 2027. Next, we have the Merced Pavement Anchor Project, OV690. So this project is on State Route 59, going from the 132 separation to Riley Road. Basically, this project is a pavement rehab project. The one unique, or one thing that this project kind of everyone is aware of, is the Mariposa Creek Bridge replacement. So we are replacing that bridge, and it was ready for construction as of last year. We do have some shop rebalancing, so we will have the fund this August, and this project will start construction this winter of 2026. It is a 2-year construction window. Total project cost is around $24 million. And just kind of highlight that we are replacing Mariposa Creek Bridge. And this is the reason we were presented with these. I want to say when I started as in project management, it was my project, so I know this project well. And I did receive these pictures asking that if we can replace the bridge, and we did add it to a pavement rehab project, and this bridge will get replaced. Next, we have State Route 59 and Girard Avenue. This is going to be a roundabout project. The bid opening for this project is today at 2:30, so I'm kind of checking my phone, making sure everything is kind of, the bid come in under the engineer estimate, and if that's the case, we should be able to award and start construction on this project this summer. Project cost is, roughly $8.5 million. It's just a single lane roundabout for the project. Next, we have the Merced CAP-M project, 1M480. So this project have 2 sections. The first one is from Chow Avenue to the 99, and then the second portion is from 99, also 16th Street, to Black Rascal Creek Bridge. So as mentioned earlier, this portion is overlapping with the City of Merced project. They're doing the widening. So we're looking to do, fund contribution for this portion. And then our project, or Caltrans, will be improving this component or this first segment from Charles Avenue to State Route 99 here. The project itself, just recently, we have it ready. We will receive, or we're requesting for fund allocation in August. So this project, we can start the construction, I want to say winter, but typically with winter, starting construction on pavement, contractor want to start in spring. So I kind of list out kind of the tentative that will be a spring of next year to start construction. Project cost is just a little bit less, or $11.8 million for the capital cost. These are the 3 active projects in construction currently. The first one is it's listed as Merced 5. Obviously, there's 4 locations to it. So here are the 4 locations. The first one is at State Route 5 and 140. Second one is at 140 and Sullivan, just south of Gustine, and then just north of Gustine is the other location, 140 and First Street, and then the last location is on 165 and Henry Miller. Construction start in January of 2026. Currently, we are waiting on quite a few utility relocation, PG&E specifically. The contractor would like all location to be clear, so they don't have to mobilize several times. So of these 4 locations, we have only cleared 2 locations in terms of utility relocation. The other 2 locations have a tentative completion by August. So in August, we will kind of re-engage or start the construction with knowing that we have until December of 2026 to complete this. It's 4 locations, but it is just kind of the truck aprons to kind of have wider pavement for truck turning. So we anticipate that we will be able to complete construction by December of 2026 on all 4 locations. But in terms of actual construction operation starting, I want to say it's going to be August is when we actually going to start on the operation. Total project costs or construction capital costs on this project is around $6.1 million. Just kind of showing the 4 location. Basically, it is pavement widening on the outside. The utility relocation is what kind of, we have to have that completed prior to this kind of started, or the construction operation to start. Next, we have Gee Avenue, State Route 165. This one, I think, if we're I want to say 90% complete on this project. Just a couple punch list items to get it completed. We're targeting August of this year to have it complete. Project cost is $4.3 million. Just kind of have some pictures showing, some of the paving operation. Also working on, the ADA curb ramp and whatnot, and also repaving this portion here, and kind of highlighting some of the current work. And these pictures were taken, like this one was in May, this one was in July. So I want to say we're 95% completed. So looking to have this fully CCA or completed in August. And then last but not least, we do have Panada roundabout at Plainsburg. This project, we awarded the contract in December. As we kind of start staking the project, survey did find some discrepancy in terms of our elevation on the plan and existing elevation, out there in the field. So we did have design look at it. We ultimately have to make some revision to the plans. Those were completed last week. It's with construction to review and kind of confirm that these plans are adequate. With all that, once that is we clear that, then we will start construction on this. So I want to say by the end of this month or early August is when we're going to have actual construction activity at the location. Even with all that, we're still anticipating that we will We will complete construction by September of 2027. Project cost, capital cost is around $5.8 million. I do think that is the last project. I know I went through it quite fast. I'm very open to if we want to go back to any project you have any specific question on, and then kind of open it up for if you guys have any questions for the project, for myself, for Caltrans.
Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. Mr. Abiel?
The I-5 project, the one that starts at Fresno County and goes forward, is that just a road rehab? Or are you putting any new aprons on it, widening the roads or anything like that?
That one is just a pavement rehab, but we are also extending that to the ramps as well, so on and off ramp.
Okay.
So those will be rehab as well. So it's not just main line. We will carry it back to the on and off ramp in that project.
Thank you.
Mr. Gill?
On your 99 widening project, does that include the Applegate overpass? They had talked about redoing the whole Applegate overpass. We met probably a year and a half ago discussing which way we wanted to go or whatever. Is that still in the works?
We're still evaluating that. The main objective is to have the 6-lane on main line, and the Applegate interchange, the column where the column is in the middle, it doesn't allow for us to add that additional lane to it. So if that is the case, then yes, we have to reconstruct Applegate interchange. So we're still kind of looking at that to make sure that if we can add the 6-lane without touching Applegate interchange, or we have to, improve Applegate interchange because we cannot add the additional lane. So that is still in the work, and we will have that in the PID document. Those two projects, we're looking at completing that PID document by next month or September at the latest. So we will have that for you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Anybody else? Serrano?
Thank you, Chair. No, first I want to thank you. That's a phenomenal list, and I really appreciate your update. That's a great comprehensive update. So thanks to you for the update, and thanks to Caltrans for all the incredible work in our county. Just wanted to start with that. Some of the Merced projects, could you go back to first back a few, the last one you did? I think it's back, right one? Right there. So that's V Street, a little section of, and then, but you'll start first on 59 between Childs and 99?
Point it on this side, assuming you can see it. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. Either way. You look on that one, I'll look on that one. That'll be. But I just wanted to want to see. And also, could we get an email with all this? Is that possible to get all these slides?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Joy.
So this is Chow Avenue. Oh, it doesn't show up on that side for some.
Childs is down there. Yeah, there's Childs on the. Childs on the bottom.
Yes, so that's
West, so
yes.
north. Okay.
So this is going through this side of 99.
Yep.
So this will be the portion that Caltrans will do the work on.
Okay. And that starts. How firm are those construction schedules? Do you think?
They're pretty solid. We have the final location for August. So when I put spring, it could be earlier because once we have the fund, we put it out for bid and award the project. This should take you to around like November, December. Technically, contractor can start, but like I mentioned, construction typically don't want to start in those months.
Yep.
They want to wait until spring,
Yep.
like March or so to get it started.
Yeah, they don't want to rain.
So it is a firm schedule.
Okay. You'll start on segment 1. Obviously, that's the southern portion.
Yes.
And then, how long do you think that will take?
Right now we have a whole we have in the contract. You allow up to a year to complete that. I don't have the working day. I may have the exact working day for you, but I can get it to you. But it's going to be less than a year to complete that section.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what kind of road project is that? Is that an overlay? Is that full reconstruction?
We call it pavement anchor, which is a rehab, like just a grind and overlay. Yeah.
Okay. And then the northern part, the segment 2, you mentioned that, and then if you could skip back to the bridge project, which you referenced.
Bridge project or this project?
Yeah, that one right there. So that includes the Black Rascal Creek Bridge. So those two, do you think those two will kind of blend together and construction will start sometime?
So when we have these two projects, we know this overlapping limit. We carry both projects through what we call environmental clearance so that they can be its own project. And then once that's completed, right now, the plan is for Caltrans to contribute a portion of this project. So instead of Caltrans doing the work here, we will contribute a portion of that to the city, because this is a city project.
Yep.
So that way the city can utilize that fund and kind of, you don't want to rehab and then widen, right? So it will be part of the widening project.
Okay.
Is the plan.
Okay. And you anticipate, will both projects be going at the same time? Is that a possibility? Or one sequentially, one after the other?
I don't have the exact timing of the city project.
Okay.
It's kind of, it's very depending on this is somewhat of the other one I want to say is a firm schedule.
Yep.
This one is more of a tentative schedule based upon there is railroad involvement at this location. So that railroad clearance may take longer than what the target for the. So I want to say this is a year after the other project.
Okay.
If you ask for best guess or best of what I have right now, it would be a year after the project in 2028.
Got it. So first segment, pretty firm, spring of next year. And then the money that you had set aside for segment 2, that'll go to contribute to, and the cities, we have probably 10, 12 million, I think, at this point. I forget the exact number. More than that, yeah. I think 16, yeah, around, yeah, we have quite a bit towards this, potentially. And so, yeah, that'll be a good way to combo. Okay. And then I think that was it. The roundabout was another good City Merced project. And then could you go to the 99 widening? That was way at the beginning.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So this one and this one. So this one is the Merced, and then this one is the Applegate.
Okay. All right, Merced County's during construction, they're going to hate you, and then after that, they're going to love you guys for
yeah.
That's the
and
way it goes.
even this, right? As you can, and I kind of mentioned this is all very dependent on when we will start the project, and also, you know, is more of a schedule that we're trying to set right now, right?
This has long been so many citizens in our community, and you see all the heads nodding right here. So many people have been they'll be extremely supportive of this. They're going to hate you during construction, but but just know that this has long been a big goal or big desire of a lot of folks in our town. 2 questions on this. I don't see a cost. It's going to have a big price tag.
I mean, I purposely left.
Yep. You're smart.
There's a range.
Fair enough.
We're working a range right now, so it's like we don't want to give a number, then so there's a range that we're working with because it is a very big project.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to be honest and say I purposely left it out.
Smart.
I heard.
More than $1.
It's more than $1, less than $2 billion, I guess.
Less than 2 billion, I can say.
Less than $2 billion, I heard.
I can
less
say
than
that.
$2
billion
billion?
plus.
No, less than 2 billion. I can say that.
All right. Okay. That's pretty.
But more than billion.
Speaking of billions, this is a little bit of a goofy question, but has there been any talk about potentially aligning high-speed rail with 99 and combining that project in some way? If high-speed rail goes north of the city of Merced, I'm just throwing. Has there been any thought? I'm not saying it's a good idea or not. I'm just asking if there's been any consideration of that.
Not to my knowledge. And also, I know high-speed rail have some portion in Merced, and we are involved with that. But we haven't really made the connection between these two projects and high-speed rail. But I mean, that is a valid question. That's not something that we have discussed from Caltrans.
To what extent do you think there's a potential or to combine those projects potentially at some point?
We would definitely have to reach out to High Street Rail and have that conversation. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Again, very much appreciated. Thank you for a really good update.
Yeah, on that, from 16 to Rascal Creek 59? Yes. I know that you said the railroad trucks will be rerouted?
It will. Oh, sorry. It is not rerouted. It is because it is an at-grade crossing. So anytime you have an at-grade crossing and now you're adding lane to it, the railroad had to be involved with preemption and timing and those kind of things. So that's the level of involvement. There is no rerouting of the railroad.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I kind of. Okay, and then before I move on, I'll open up to the public. Emily, have a question? Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm asking more as a member of the public than as counsel of the MCAG. On the 59 project in Merced, the portion that's on Martin Luther King, segment 1.
Okay. Yes.
You said that was starting in spring of next year.
Right, yes.
Have you been in contact with the fairgrounds regarding the effect that will have on our fair? Which the fairgrounds is right on that section of road.
We have not, but we certainly will reach out.
Yeah, the fair is the first 2 weeks of June, and that road can't be closed during that time. There would be no access from.
Say the first 2 weeks of June.
Yes.
Okay.
First 2 weekends of June. That's approximate. We don't have exact dates set yet, but that would be if those lanes were closed or there was substantial closures on that road. It would be very problematic.
Fairground is, I want to say, right here.
Up. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yes. We are in contact with the fairground because we were having to do a little bit of right of way, but the timing of that we were not made aware. But I will let the project manager know and also work with the fairground too. If that is the case, we can identify that restriction in our spec to limit not working during this time or this time window.
Okay, thank you. I will also let our fair CEO know. I apologize. I'm the president of the fair board right now, so.
Thank you.
That's a good point. And Chair, if I could, that's a really good point. There's a ton of activity around that time. On that street's incredibly busy around that time. But if it's a grind and overlay project, then I think there's probably quite a bit of flexibility.
We can restrict that time window, and also once we have a contractor on board, they normally work with us in terms of these kind of event. If there's any special event, they can work around that. So we can do it in both ways, both in terms of enforcing it in the spec and also work with the contractor to kind of, during these 2 weeks, maybe do operation that is not payment related or any sort of road closure.
Yeah. That road's always busy too. So you guys are going to be know what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Em.
Any other questions? Okay, does the public, it is a report for public. Does anybody in the public have any questions? Anybody online or anybody asked question? Okay. You do? Okay.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity to provide comment. My name is Emma De La Rosa. I work with Leadership Council for Justice and Accountability. I have 2 questions to clarify, please, if possible. The first one being related to SR 140 roundabout on Plainsburg Road. There are 2 low-income housing developments that are on Plainsburg Road. The 2 housing developments are Bear Creek Apartments and Felix Torres Migrant Housing. I was just curious to know if there's if the project details accounts for residents walking on Plainsburg Road across 140 to get to Planada and to get to the school. If there's an opportunity to speak on that issue, like how during construction, how residents, pedestrians would be impacted. And then the second question is related to the 2 lane expansion projects. I wanted to make a clarification because in one of the RTP documents, the transportation network document, there is a paragraph that states that the 8-lane scenario was no longer being included in the project, and that instead the project was going to include two general purpose lanes and one managed truck only lane in each direction. So that it's only 6 lanes. And if I heard correctly, it sounds like Caltrans is planning for an 8-lane freeway. So I just wanted to make that clarification. I'm not sure if maybe the RTP document is incorrect or if I'm misreading it, but if there could be clarification, that would be great. Thank you so much.
I'll start with the 2 project on 99. It is going to be 6-lane, so it's going to be in line with the RTP. So it's not an 8-lane as mentioned. So. Does that answer your question for the 99 project?
Is it still on? Okay, well, thank you. Anybody else online, or is, okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you. And also, just want to get the opportunity to ask, for feedback. I know I went through it quite fast. There are a lot of projects. So just anything that going forward, if I'm making this presentation again in terms of wanted to highlight more projects, more pictures, showing it, what's kind of the general sense of the presentation.
Board, any comments? I think, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I think it was a fantastic presentation. I liked it like it was.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, going to information items. These items are included for information purposes only, and no presentation will be made by staff unless a board member have any questions. Does anybody have any questions on the information items? If not, then we'll go on to the consent calendar. All consent calendars listed may be acted upon with one vote unless specifically removed by a separate consideration by the member of the board, member of the staff, or the member of the public. Does any board members wish to put any item for discussion? Does staff have any items to pull? Does the public request to pull any item for discussion? Seeing no one come forward, then at this time I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent.
Move to approve the consent calendar.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor by signify, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Seeing no one, we'll go on to number 7, action items. Okay, this is to authorize the executive director to enter into a contract with Cambridge Systems, Somatics, and we have, who do we have? Huh? We have Ray. Go ahead, please.
This item is a request to authorize the executive director to enter into a contract with Cambridge Systematics for the SB1 Merced County Travel Demand Model Update in amount of not exceeding $247,273. So this project is funded through Caltrans Sustainable Community Competitive Technical Grant. So the purpose of this project is to modernize MCAG's travel demand model so that it can better support our upcoming 2030 Regional Transportation Plan and Sustainable Community Strategies, or RTP SCS. So our current model have been very helpful for our current RTP SCS round. But for the next round, we require a stronger tool. So this update will incorporate some new travel data and add a mode choice component, expand the model into to include the time of day, period, and also improve the feedback mechanism between the congestion, travel time, and travel behavior. So in plain language, so what we're going to use this travel demand model is it helps us to better answer questions like where will people live and work, and how will they travel? What happens if we invest in transit or roadway improvements, and how do those travelers' choices affect the congestion, affect the emissions, and affect all the traveling behavior across the county. MCAG released the RFP for the consultant services on March 26, 2026, and we received 8 responsive proposals. We have a 4-member evaluation committee. We reviewed the proposals based on criteria published in the RFP. That include the approach and the methodology, technical understanding and ability, similar experience, and of course, cost. So eventually we select the Cambridge Systematics, which received the highest committee average score. And their proposal is strong because it's directly addressed our key technical needs. And also we can leverage the basically a similar level of cost to improve our travel demand model into a newer platform. So the negotiated contract amount is below the independent cost estimates, and the contract will be starting. We propose a contract to start from this August and end in February 2028, with possible month-to-month extension if the funding and performance allows. So I also want to note that this grant was one of the 2 projects in travel demand model update for the Caltrans award list. So this is a strong example that MCAG continue to bring in competitive state planning funds into Merced County to build up the technical tools to help the member agencies, to help the regional decision making, and also the public. Staff recommends that the board authorize the executive director to enter into the contract with Cambridge Systematics. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Board, any questions? Does anybody from the public wish to comment? Anybody online? Okay, if there's no discussion, anybody like to make a motion?
I'll move to approve what's been submitted and go ahead with Cambridge Systematics.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll take it. Okay, yeah, we have a motion. All in favor? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Roy. All righty, let me get to the next item. Sorry about that. Paper is kind of stuck together there. Okay, this is item number 8. This is a public hearing for the draft of the 2026 Regional Transportation Plan. Meg?
Mr. Chair, and good afternoon. Okay. So for the past 18 months or so, we've been developing our 2026 Regional Transportation Plan and Sustainable Community Strategy. And there's a few companion documents that go along with that plan. 4 documents are currently out for public review. You can go to the next slide, please. Oh, this is the, so it might be,
You have the clicker.
Use the clicker.
Yeah, sorry, let me see.
There you go.
Oh, it looks like an older version was accidentally on there. Okay. Regardless, so there are 4 documents that are out for public review. The purpose of today's public hearing is to identify the documents available for review, explain the review schedule, next steps, and receive public comments on the draft documents. And the public hearing comments will become part of the record. The 4 documents that are out for public review are the 2026 Regional Transportation Plan Sustainable Community Strategy, the Draft Program Environmental Impact Report for the 2026 RTP SCS, the 2027 Federal Transportation Improvement Program, and the Air Quality Conformity Analysis for the 2026 RTP and the 2027 FTIP. We have a little bit of a staggered release date for these documents. They're all currently out for review right now, and the comment deadline is July 31st. The documents are available on our website, and we're holding 2 public hearings, one of which is today, and then we also had one on Monday evening in Los Banos. So just a quick overview of the documents that are out for review. The 2026 Regional Transportation Plan and Sustainable Community Strategy, they're also called the RTP SCS. The Regional Transportation Plan is a federally required document. It's a long-range 20-plus year horizon. We update it every 4 years. It covers all travel modes, so roads, transit, walking, biking, rail, freight, and aviation. It includes a list of transportation projects expected to be constructed through that 20-plus year horizon, and it must meet air quality standards. And then part of the RTP, the Sustainable Community Strategy, is a California requirement. That document is also updated every 4 years. It's mandated by the state under Senate Bill 375 to integrate land use and transportation planning in order to demonstrate how the region can reduce greenhouse gas emissions from passenger vehicles. We have a greenhouse gas emission reduction target that's set by the California Air Resources Board. Our 2035 target is 14% below 2005 levels. The Program Environmental Impact Report is prepared in accordance with the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA. It's a program level document that evaluates the potential environmental impacts of implementing the RTP SCS. It provides a broad program level environmental analysis, and it does not replace project specific environmental review for individual transportation projects. The Federal Transportation Improvement Program is updated every 2 years. The FTIP is a fiscally constrained program that identifies transportation projects over a 4-year period. Projects that receive federal funding or require federal approval must be included in an approved FTIP before they can move forward. And then the 4th and final document is the Air Quality Conformity Analysis. The Federal Clean Air Act requires that metropolitan planning organizations, or MPOs, such as MCAG, that are in air quality non-attainment and maintenance areas to demonstrate that their transportation plans conform to federal air quality standards. So the air quality conformity analysis shows that the 2026 RTP and the 2027 FTIP will not worsen or delay attainment of the federal air quality standards, and a positive conformity determination is required for the RTP, SCS, and FTIP to remain eligible for federal transportation funding and approvals. So that's just an overview of those 4 documents. We have hard copies here. Next steps in the process. So I mentioned July 31st is the public comment, at the end of the public comment period. So at the close of that, staff will review and respond to comments and make any necessary revisions to the draft documents. In August or September, we will present the final documents, all 4 of them, to the governing board for adoption. Then we will submit the adopted documents to state and federal agencies for review and approval. And then upon federal approval, the 2027 FTIP becomes effective and federally transportation projects may proceed. Just some high-level procedures for the public hearing. When called upon, we request that you please state your name and organization if applicable. Speak clearly so your comments can be accurately captured into the record. We ask that you please limit comments to 3 minutes. And then comments will become part of the official public record and will be considered before the documents are finalized. So with that, I'll hand it back over to the chair to open the public hearing.
Thank you, Meg. Board, any questions before I open to the public? I don't see the board coming. Does anybody in the public wish to come forward? Please come forward as directed. Please state your name and speak clearly, and then you have 3 minutes. So, huh? Okay.
Good evening.
Hold on, please. Okay.
For the record, the public hearing is officially open at 4:02 p.m.
Go ahead, please. Sorry, first day.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Heidi Sanchez, and I live in Delhi for 33 years. I'm a resident, also a MAC board member, and I have some concern, like for a question for the bus. On the 4th Street, we don't have a stop sign, so some of the people have tried to, they raise their hand, but the bus passed by. So I believe because they don't have a bus stop, so that would be something that we need a bus stop in 4th Street in Delhi.
Thank you. We are noting all comments in the public record. All comments are being recorded. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And also, we have a community, which is the Hawaiian community, that called the Hawaiian Action. And so this is what the feedback the community wanted. They needed a bus stop. But thank you so much.
Could you state the street again?
The 4th Street of Delhi. Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Blanca Lozano from Delhi. I am leader from Delhi. And today I want to tell you, but afternoon, all board of governors, sorry. My name is Blanca Lozano from Delhi. I am member MAC, Municipal Advisor Council. Come today to tell you Delhi needs one-stop sign bus on the Shanks Street near the gasoline station Valero. The people they live in Litu need walking all Shanks to take the bus going to Turlock. On Chendol Street behind on my house, get bus, she wants all the people need walking very far. And this is now how much hot. Entonces, please, need the bus station stop. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll note that this should have been citizen comment, but we'll put that into citizen comment. And does anybody else wish to make comments on the public hearing? I don't see anybody in the audience. Anybody online?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We have Emma De La Rosa.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, hello again. This is Emma de la Rosa with Leadership Council. And I just wanted to start off by sharing gratitude and support for the for the Canal and Child Sidewalks and Street Improvement Complete Streets project. That is a particular interest for the community. But we do want to also recommend another project in South Merced, which is to add a Safe Routes to School project to Tenaya Middle School to improve pedestrian safety for students walking to and from the school and to the Golden Valley Health Center. And then I do want to raise a few concerns that even though the Scenario C aims to create walkable and bikeable environments, the RTP SES project list does not reflect the adequate active transportation planning for rural communities. For example, in Planada, there isn't an active transportation project or a Safe Routes to School project that could connect the Felix Torres migrant housing and the Bear Creek apartments housing towards the Planada community, particularly to the Chavez Middle School or Planada Elementary. So we highly recommend there be an additional project added to the list to support the goal that Scenario C aims to achieve. And again, after hearing the Caltrans presentation, it's even more important to ensure that there is the proper pedestrian and cyclist infrastructure to protect community members from incoming traffic. In addition to that, there are a number of sidewalk gaps throughout the community of Planada, and residents, request that there be investment investment allocated to address these sidewalk gaps. Lastly, I do recommend the addition of a Safe Routes to School for El Capitan Elementary School in Delhi. And want to finish off my comments just by reminding MCAG, Caltrans, and local jurisdictions to please refer to the Climate Action Plan for Transportation Improvements, otherwise known as CAPTI, to obtain guidance on how projects, should be designed and planned for in order to ensure that there aren't any disproportionate impacts to communities, and avoid any public health issues, and also ensure that the projects are not undermining climate goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else online? Board, any questions, comments? Do I close it? Okay, the public hearing is now closed, and we'll move on to the next item, Executive Director's Report.
What an honor today. Just let everybody know, MCAG is hosting the City County Dinner, so to see everybody out there tonight. And that's about it. Well, I do want to give one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to the planning department, Elizabeth, their department, on the RTP SES item. It's not a small document. It is a very strenuous and a hard document, and I want to give kudos to their department. They did a great job. Elizabeth, Meg, Ray, also Shuni and Janelle, they did a great job. So, kudos.
Stacy goes about 20 minutes with the executive director.
Well, when you have two rookies on, things go fast. Okay, anything else? That's it? Any directors have anything? Sorry, go ahead.
Elizabeth has.
Elizabeth, come up, please.
Well, since I do have some time, let you guys know we do have free fares for the month of July, so please ride the bus throughout the community. And Elizabeth.
One thing about the RTP timeline. So we had our public hearings, and we have posted that the RTP will be presented to the board for adoption in August. However, EPA is holding us up with some technical budget issues, so it may need to move to this September. So we will, be working on how to notice that, and also just kind of letting you all know that we might very likely need to have a meeting in September, so it'll probably get moved back.
Thank you. Any other staff member? Now that we open up for one. No. No. Okay. Directors, any comments? What's for dinner?
Food. Not joking. Mary Michael.
Chicken, beef, potatoes, salad, bread, all delicious things. And dessert, of course.
Any cheese?
Cheesecake.
There you go. Okay.
You gotta buy the cheese.
Okay, if there's no other comments from anybody, we are in adjournment. Thank you very much.